Hey guys, Lizardly here for day 6 of Companion Cube. So, I don't remember which one it was. I either finished this one or this one, yes, or day 5. I don't remember. Um, it's only 9 a.m. and I don't start work until 7, so I'll leave around 6. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the other 2 sides today. No guarantees though, but hopefully. We'll see.
Alright, so I don't sound any better today than I did yesterday. Or maybe I sound a little better. I don't know. My mom said I don't sound horrible, but like I can feel it in my throat. It catches and it sounds horrible. So, what question am I on? Do you like MTV? I haven't watched MTV since I was in Germany in like first through fourth grade. And I really liked it back then. I loved watching the music videos and listening to the music. I don't really watch TV at all anymore. Like I watch the the stuff that's on Amazon Prime, and I watch the shows that I buy. And I don't buy MTV, and I'm not gonna watch MTV on Amazon. So yeah, and then it's changed. You know, they're gearing it more towards the next generation. So it's not really for me. I mean, I think MTV is the one that's playing all the reality shows now, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians or whatever, all that crap. If that is the channel or crew or whatever that's filming those and showing them, then no, I do not. Describe your country. It's big. Um, I I think it's kind of a melting pot of cultures, but we tend to integrate them into our culture rather than like, and by integrate into our culture, I mean they become more Americanized. Like when people come over here, they become more Americanized versus us becoming more like them. So, uh, some people think that's good, some people think it's bad. Depends on how you feel about Americans. Um, it gets a lot of hate. I mean, all the time I hear comments like, "Oh, Americans," or I'll read comments like that, and it really annoys me that you know people judge an entire country's worth of people based on the actions of a few. Not everybody is a freaking douchebag. Not everybody, is an idiot when it comes to traveling somewhere else and, being polite about someone else's culture. So it really pisses me off whenever anybody says that because I'm just like, really? Are you kidding me? Like, I've gone to so many different countries and I've never had someone be like, "Oh my gosh, you're such a fucking American." Ugh. Usually they're like, "Oh, it was great having you guys." Most people are really nice and really polite because we're nice and polite. Have you ever felt like you hit rock bottom? Yeah, that would be when I had all my asthma problems in first and seventh grade because it was so bad. Have you heard of any successful love potions? No, I also don't believe in them. Although the movie Love Potion Number 9 was good. Are you a touchy and feely person? I am not. Like, I love petting animals, but I'm not really big on like hugging people. Like, oh, for instance, Ruby, the orange cat we had to put down over a year ago, actually more like 2 years ago. Uh, when she passed away, I just wanted to go in my room and cry. I didn't. My mom was there, my dad was there. I didn't want to hug anybody. I just wanted to go and cry. And that was a cat that I'd had since I was in kindergarten until college. So, if that gives you an idea, like I just, mm-mm. And when we were in Morocco in Africa, I remember we went to this one store that it was like 4 stories high and it was covered in carpets and rugs. Oh, you'll see I messed up down here. I'll fix it in a sec, but I missed one stitch, so it's one too high. Uh, but there we go. I'm fixing it now. And a lot of the shop, I don't like keepers. I'm not sure what the proper term is, but the guys who are trying to sell the rugs and stuff, they would grab one of my shoulders and try and steer me towards a particular one and be like, "Oh, look at this one." And they thought I was a typical girl. They kept showing me the pink flowery ones. And I was like, dude, get off of me. If I'm going to buy one, I'm going to buy a damn blue one. But I wasn't going to buy one because I'm here in the States and we were in Africa. I was visiting my parents in England. So that wasn't going to happen. But I don't like when strangers touch me. I do not like it at all. Like if we shake hands, that's fine, but don't touch me otherwise. Like don't hug me, don't put your arms around me. It creeps me out. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. Like I don't know you. You shouldn't be touching me. You are being really freaking creepy. I don't like it. Um, are you artistic and creative? I like to think so. Enlighten us about carbon footprints. Oh God. Really? Are these I always get carbon footprints and what's the other thing called? I always confuse the two, so I need to make sure I'm about to talk about the right one. Oh, my internet's not working, so I can't check it. I don't want to talk about the wrong thing and confuse everyone. So if you want to know what carbon footprints are, look it up yourself. And no one goes to a Flosstube video to learn about carbon footprints, all right? Everyone has a mission in life. What do you think your mission is? Wow, like Mission Impossible. I don't know. To be happy. I don't know. Do you dream often? I dream every night. I always dream. They're usually really vivid. Have you ever not eaten crocodile or snake meat? I have not, but I have held many snakes and I've seen many crocodiles. So, I've had duck before when we were in China and it was really good. Do you believe in love at first sight? I kind of do, but as someone who cares more about someone's personality than their looks, it's not really a philosophy I follow. Because, I think I've said it before, every guy I've dated was a very good friend of mine, if not my best friend before we dated. Like, for me, the friend zone is not a thing. Like, that's a place you want to be, because if we can be friends, we're going to get along perfectly. We're going to have a great relationship because I know we get along. Like, I don't understand how girls can be like, oh, but we're friends. It'd be weird. Why? It's called boyfriend. Are you stupid? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But, I guess that's just how I am with relationships. So they don't get me. I don't get them. Do you like wintertime? Yes, I do. Can you describe your dream house for me? I don't really have one. I don't want one that's so big that I have to hire someone else to clean it for me. I don't want that. That's way too big. And I don't want one that's so small that like my living room, my bedroom, and my kitchen are connected into one room. Like that would be too small. I'd like it if each person or each couple could have their own bedroom. So, if I have kids, they'll each get their own rooms. Yeah. Have you ever had a spending problem? No. Do you like playing any sports? I love badminton. I love gymnastics. And depending on who I'm playing with, I love soccer. Some people are too competitive for me that it drives me nuts. If you're really competitive in badminton, I always have a ton of fun. But in soccer, like, it's so, like, people can get hurt so easily that it's not fun anymore. Do you like eating out at restaurants? Sometimes. My biggest thing is, like you want to talk and you can't talk too loud at a restaurant because, then you're being a jerk. At what point does a girl become a woman? When she gets her period. Sorry, that's how I've always seen it, so whatever. Have you ever lost someone you really loved? Really loved? Yeah, I've lost family members. Have you ever taken any antidepressants or anxiety medication? I have not. Do you think fairy tales influence our choice of a partner? I think they do a little bit. Because a lot of girls especially, they look to Disney cartoons and models, and they do, they want to be like them and all of that. But I think it's only to an extent. I think like, if you look at the Disney princes, some of them will look alike, but a lot of them are different, and, every girl has one prince that they think is really attractive. And generally, most people aren't attracted to every single person they meet. They're attracted to, like, oh, hey, he has black hair. I really like black hair. He's really pale. I like pale skin. I mean, obviously there are some people who are attracted to, like, all different kinds of people, and that's totally cool. And then there are people who are only attracted to, like, a certain race. So I think it's kind of telling, kind of not. I think it only influences to a small extent. Have you ever had any surgery on your nose? No. The only surgery I've had was, this is going to be extremely hard to explain because I can't show you what I'm doing right now. But, so if you look in a mirror and you pull your bottom lip down, there's a muscle connecting, the inside of your lip to your gums, and it's kind of like U-shaped a little. And, like if you jiggle your lip, it'll move from side to side. My gums were pulling too far down on my teeth to the point that the root was going to be exposed really soon. So they numbed me up. They snipped that, and then I had to eat like SpaghettiOs and potatoes for like a week. And then I had ices, and yeah, that's what they're called. And I would just break a small piece off and put it in between my lip and my teeth right there. Thankfully, that was corrected even more so after I had my braces put on, because the tooth that was causing the problem was sideways, and it's facing forward now. My teeth are nice and straight. So yeah, that's the only surgery I've had. And I mean, some people wouldn't consider it surgery, but I mean, they told me it was, so I don't know. Any tattoos? No. Like there's a chance I might someday. Like my entire life I've liked dragons. Or, well, love dragons, who am I kidding? But I don't know, like, I don't really see myself getting a tattoo because, like, I remember when we were living in Spain, I bought a temporary tattoo that I still actually have. And for years I was like, oh yeah, when I turn 18 or 21 or whatever the age is, I'm going to get this tattooed. And then like 5 or 6 years later, I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, like, no, there's no way I would want this tattooed on my body. Like, there's so many cooler looking dragons. And that was just in, 5-6 years. And people's tastes change, like I will say I will never have a person's name tattooed on my body, like ever. Like, I mean, I love Contessa and I always will, but it'd be kind of weird to have her name tattooed on my body, like it'd be weird. Do you prefer, whoa. Okay, I sounded really bad then. Okay. Do you prefer Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, or neither? Facebook. I don't use Twitter or Snapchat, so. Do you think the family of a murder victim should have any say in what punishment is given to the murderer? I think they should be allowed at the trial to talk about everything, but ultimately, I think it should be up to, the judge, the jury, and all of that, because, like, that's really hard, because, I mean, imagine a murderer goes in and, like, he shoots a guy in the head, so he kills the guy instantly. The victim feels no pain, is just dead. And then the victim's family is like, oh yeah, we want him tortured to death. Like, I don't think that would be okay. The punishment should fit the crime. I mean, I'm against the death penalty, so I think they should just be in jail for the rest of their lives. But I mean, I do think every single time that the murderer is up for, to be released, what is the word? Oh crap! When they go and talk to, people in the jail to find out if they're allowed to be released. Oh my God, what is the word? I don't remember the word! Oh no! Oh no! I do think the murderer's family should be allowed, I think they should be called to be present at that, because some people, especially sociopaths, are really good at making themselves look like, they feel bad and they want to ask for forgiveness. And I do think the family should be like, yeah, no, he acted like this at the trial and, he killed my daughter, God, what is the word? This is killing me. I can't remember. Do you think that age difference is important when dating? I think it's important to an extent. Like, personally, I actually think I could date a guy who is the age of my parents because I grew up on so many things my parents grew up with that I'd be able to relate to them. You know, like, oh, you like that movie? I love that movie too. Oh, you like this music? So do I. You know, we would have a lot of common interests. But a lot of people my age would not have, the same common interests. They would, meet this person and be like, we have nothing in common. And I think it's important that, you do have some commonalities to draw from. Because, opposites may attract, but if you literally have nothing in common, what are you gonna do together? It'll be insane. It'll be so boring. Um, I personally, I would rather date someone that's much closer to my age. And seeing as generally women live longer, I would rather date a guy who's younger than me than older. So, I'm just saying. Do you still have pictures of you and your ex? My first boyfriend and I, we had professional pictures taken and they came out really cute. And he was my best friend before we started dating, and we're still really good friends now. So yeah, I still have those pictures. I mean, I don't pull them out and be like, "Oh, I miss you so much," because he's got a kid now, and I don't know if they're married, but at least he's got a long-term girlfriend. So, like, there's no more, like, I'm not attracted to him anymore. I don't want to, like, reverse time and continue dating him. Like, we broke it off. It's all good. We're fine. Are you an emotional person? Not normally. I mean, like I have feelings and all that, but generally it takes a lot to make me cry or to make me upset or to make me angry. It doesn't take much to make me happy or to make me laugh. So, like, on the good spectrum of emotional, I am, but on, the bad, not so much. Do you tell your friends what we are doing together? I I don't know who this is supposed to be referring to. If I had a boyfriend, do it. Like, I have no problem telling my friends, like, oh, hey, sorry, I'm already hanging out with this friend, or, whatever. Had plans and broke them? I think everyone's done that at some point, whether it was because, you didn't want to be in them to begin with, or because something came up. Like, what, life happens. Do you daydream sometimes? Yes. What do you often daydream about? Oh, dude, I daydream about everything. If I try and tell you about the stuff I daydream about, we'll be here all day. It's just like if I try and tell you every country I've been to. Do you really know all the words to your national anthem? Not really, because, like I've said before, my hearing is really bad. And, like, when I'm watching Game of Thrones right now, I have captions turned on. And I always turn on captions on anything I can because I mishear things all the time. And I never took like a choir class or anything like that, which is usually where you sing, your country's national anthem. I know it better than some people who have messed it up at, like a Super Bowl tournament or something. But I don't like singing, so that will never be a problem for me. I know it for the most part, but there are certain parts where I'm always just like, are they saying this word or this word? And I just, I've looked them up before, but it's not something I've committed to memory because I think there are more important things I could memorize. I mean, I will say, I can say all the names of the presidents up to Lincoln, and obviously that has no relevance over the national anthem, but here we go. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln. Number 16. I actually learned them in third grade all the way to, Bush, Clinton, Bush. But time has continued on and I only remember up to Lincoln. And there was only one time in my life where this served me well. We had a substitute in my sophomore English class and they were just asking random questions and they were like, who was the sixth president? Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, and I got it. I don't even think it was for extra credit. I think it was for like candy or something. But I'm cool with that. Are you named after a grandparent? No, I am not. Do you like my friends? I don't know your friends, so I can't tell you if I do. Have you ever had a crush on an animated character? Oh my God, duh. Who hasn't at some point in their life? Are you kidding me? Have you learned something important from life? Yeah, keep living it. Don't, it's just, that's what you gotta do. You gotta keep living because your life is always gonna change. Have you ever loaned money to your friends and family? I don't really do loans with friends and family. I'm just like, oh, hey, here's money. Take it. You don't have to pay me back. Like, because at some point in my life, you'll probably like pay me back. You'll buy lunch for us. So I'm the quid pro quo person. You don't have to pay me back. You don't have to give me interest. You just eventually, like if I ask you for money and you can offer me some, you do it. If you can't, I understand. I'm not going to hold it against you. Are there any causes you strongly believe in? I think I already talked about how I fully support like human rights. I also really support animal rights. So I'm not like PETA insane animal rights, but like I am far from a vegetarian. I love chicken more than like anything, but I could never support someone who like tortures animals. Oh my God, like oh no, Have you ever cheated on a test? Yes, I have. I will say for the most part, when I was cheating on a test, usually like I had an answer in my mind, like, oh, I think I have to use this formula. And then I'd look at the person's paper next to me and I'm like, oh, they used that formula. Okay, I'm good. Or, ooh, they used a different formula. And then I'd write their formula down and I'd write mine down and I'd look between the two and try and figure out, which one was right. I never just copied the person's answer. I always took theirs into consideration on top of what I thought it was. And as a straight A student, usually I turned out to be the one that was right. But technically I still cheated because I looked at someone else's stuff. So, do you like soda or pop? I call it soda. I call it pop. I call it soda pop. I don't care. I do like soda. I am trying to drink it much less than I used to because it is so bad for you. I will say though, like root beer, Dr. Pepper, the grape Welch's, those are so freaking good. Oh man. Ever seen a therapist? No, I have not. Do people tell you that you act older, younger, or your age? Older, definitely older. Have you ever regretted something? Well, duh, everyone's regretted something. Do you consider it more important to be liked or respected? Why? Ooh, more important. Oh, that's hard. Because I think in like an authority position, it's more important to be respected. But like with coworkers, I think it's better to be liked because, respecting someone, but still, if you dislike them and you still grudgingly respect them, what's going to come of that? That's hard. I wish it said to be loved or feared because I have an answer for that. I think loved is way more important than feared. But liked or respected? I think they're both important because, people can like you and, look down on you because you're a little freaking douchewad, but I don't know. Are you good at cooking? I've already answered that question. Favorite soda? Root beer, Dr. Pepper, grape Welch's. Wait. Cream soda is my absolute favorite, though. Like, cream soda is the most delicious thing ever. Like, even more than milk, and I love milk. All of your life, your parents have taught you. What have you taught your parents? What it's like to have a child with an asthma? I don't know. Favorite cheese? I like the American sliced cheese. It's so good. Describe a typical day in your life. Well, it's not really the same way it was in a typical life in the day of Liz, or whatever that video title was. A typical day. Yeah, a typical day in the life of Liz, or whatever I titled it. I don't know. It's still on YouTube. I'm such a dork. I get up, I immediately go to the bathroom, shower, I either, like go to work. Oh no, I have breakfast first. I always have breakfast. I also get dressed after I shower. I don't eat breakfast naked. I feed Tessa. I cross stitch a video. It's typical. It's boring. Are you good at making new friends? I think I am, yeah. Favorite celebrity? For the longest time I always said Sandra Bullock, but I haven't seen any of her recent movies. Like, I didn't see Gravity. It didn't really appeal to me. But, I don't know. I don't really care anymore. Like, I used to have crushes on celebrities and really care, but now I'm just like, eh. Like, I really like Dylan O'Brien, who was Stiles Stilinski, or is Stiles Stilinski on Teen Wolf, but, like, that all I've really seen him in is the 2 Maze Runner movies and Teen Wolf. So I don't care that much. How do you generally spend your weekends? The same way I spend my weeks, doing whatever I want. Do you believe that dreams can be messages from a higher level? Or is this saying like God is sending me messages in my dreams? Because higher level is in quotes. Like I don't know where they're going with that. Personally, I don't put much stock into dreams. Like, there are always people who are like, oh, get a book and it'll help you interpret your dreams. And I just like certain things I get, like if you have a lot of nightmares, you're probably scared of something that's happening regularly in your life or, something like that. But, like, oh, if there's a tree in your dream, it represents this. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, actually in my dreams, it represents a damn tree. Like, it's like all my English classes where the teacher was like, read this poem and tell me what the author meant. And, it's about a blue bird. So I'm like, yeah, he's talking about a blue bird. It flew through his window or flew past his window. And then the teacher's like, no, actually, it represented his fleeing dreams. He could never catch them. They kept flying by. And I'm just like, really? How do you know that? Did he say so? Well, no, but okay, well then, for all you know, he's talking about a damn bird. Like, it drives me nuts. I hated those assignments. Because, like, if you interpreted it a different way from the teacher, no matter how much you backed up what you said with the author's words, they'd be like, no, you're wrong. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, F you, man. Like, what up? How big is your bed? I have a queen-size bed. Did you ever see your parents making love? No, and I'm fine having not seen it. Do you have a lot of friends of the opposite gender? I did when I was younger. And when I say friends, I mean, like, I have a bunch of male friends on Facebook. But when I talk about, like, my close friends, I mean the friends I hang out with often. The friends I talk with often. And I don't have very many. I used to hang out with guys way more than girls. And as I've gotten older, I've started hanging out with more girls than boys. Do you like Italian food? I love Italian food. Oh my God. Do you have any weird habits? I don't know. I think I already had this question. I don't remember. Do you make friends easy? Do you make friends easily? Do I make friends easy? Yeah, you know what? They always start really uptight and then I make them easy and sleazy. Like, oh my God, these questions, they're repeating themselves. And then the grammar. Did you have pets growing up? Yes, and I still do. Have you ever cheated on someone sexually? I have never cheated on someone, and I could never forgive myself if I did. I hate cheaters, and I don't want to hate myself, so no. Can you think of something you craved for when you were young and were denied? Okay, I really wanted this Pocahontas figurine. I think it was at Walmart. It was like 50 cents. It was just rubber. And I asked my parents for it. They both told me no. And I hid it in my jacket. And then we got home and I hid it in a bin. And then like a month later, I was playing with it. My dad came over and he was like, Elizabeth. And I was like, yeah. He's like, where'd you get that? I was like, I don't know. You guys bought it for me a while ago. And he's like, no, you stole that from them. And, like, he was so mad. I don't remember if I had to return it or not, but yeah. And that was the last time I ever stole anything. The first time I stole something. Like 50-cent Pocahontas figurine. I'm so lame. And I was in like kindergarten. No, I was in kindergarten or preschool because that was when we were in Colorado. Are you mostly a clean or messy person? Clean. Like, my bed is in, disarray, but that's just because, like, I have all this stuff I'm using on my bed. So, yeah. Date someone older or younger? So far, everyone I've dated was, 2 were younger than me, 1 was older. Yeah. But they were all within, like, less than a year. So, I don't care. Like, whatever. Dumbest purchase you ever made? Ooh. I'm not sure. Because usually if I make a dumb purchase, I end up throwing it out. And I keep looking around my room trying to find something I've thrown out. And obviously I won't because it's thrown out. I don't know. Have you ever swam in the ocean? I have swam in several oceans. How are you feeling right now? Like my voice sounds absolutely horrible and I want to apologize. Have you ever participated in any alternative lifestyles? Like what? Like what alternative lifestyles? I don't know what you're referring to. I'm so confused. Have you ever cried over a girl/boy? Man, I've cried over a bunch of people. I mean, not lately, but when I was younger, yeah. Are there any people you think are just better than others? I mean, on average, I would say police officers, firemen, teachers, doctors are better than us because, they're spending their lives helping other people. And, in the case of police officers and firemen, they're risking their lives for other people. And I would consider them better than the majority of people because, the majority of people wouldn't do that. Teachers are molding the next generation. They're helping them learn. And I just, doctors are saving people's lives. So I think based on certain occupations, but that's about it. Do you live in a house or an apartment? A house. How do you make decisions? By making them. I'll weigh the pros and cons if it's something I really need to think about. But usually, I want to do something, I do it. Whatever. Do you have a secret no one but you knows? Probably, but right now I can't think of any. Give me the name of 3 people you dislike most and why. No, I'm good. Do you have any scars I don't know about? Probably. I probably have some scars I don't know about. I don't know every single inch of my body. I don't have time to stare at myself all day, and I don't want to. That's boring. Ever toilet papered someone's house? No, I think that's just stupid. I don't think that's fun, or that's dumb. Do you get jealous easy? Do I get jealous easily? I guess it would depend on the situation, because in certain ones I do, and in other ones I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So I don't know. Have you ever hated someone? Yes, I have. Current friend that you have known the longest? Oh gosh, I have some friends that I've known since middle school. No, wait. Oh, actually, no. I think Jeffrey unfriended me on Facebook. So I knew him from frickin' preschool and kindergarten. But if he unfriended me, it doesn't count. Because he's in a different state and I don't see him. So, do you read the Bible? I do not. Do you play a musical instrument? I do not. Do you like Chinese food? Some. Do I ever embarrass you in public? No, because I don't know you and we've never met in public, so you literally could not have embarrassed me in public. Have you ever won a prize in a contest? Yes, I have. Do you eat meat? Yes, I do. For you, what is the most important thing in life? Being happy. I think that is more important than anything else. It's more important than anything else. And most people think the most important thing in life is, to be successful, to have money, and I think no matter how successful and how rich you are, if you're not happy, it's not good. And here's the end! That's the end of Companion Cube Day 6. It took me 3 hours and 18 minutes to finish these 2. So that means all 6 sides are done. Oh, yeah. Originally, I had planned to do the second one here, but there's a stain on the fabric right there, and I didn't want to chance, having it being right along the edges. So, whatever, Now I have this section to use later, I guess. It's there we go. It's way too dark for me to try and make this into a cube right now, but hopefully I'll get to start on it in 2 days, was it? Is that the next time I work? Because I have work in 2 hours and 15 minutes. 4 to 5. Whatever. What was I talking about? I don't remember.
I don't know if I sound better or worse, but like my throat doesn't hurt anymore, so at least there's that. Like I keep coughing and hacking up mucus, but that's what happens. And it's mostly because my nose has been really runny because allergies. So, woo. Um, there was a huge break when I was working on the 415, the light gray on this one, because I only had a teeny tiny bit left of that color, and that was it. So I had to go to the store and buy some more. And I ended up going with my mom, and we bought some stuff for her to give to her boss for the Secret Santa. Did I say she's giving the Frosty the Snowman one I did to her boss? Because she is. The one with the Christmas tree with the star on top. Hopefully that one won't wind up in the trash, because I can't believe he threw them all away. God dang it. So I'm going to go eat dinner. Or, well, technically it'll be like a late lunch, early dinner. And then I might work on a puzzle. We'll see. Actually, I should probably do the narration now in case I don't end up working on a puzzle, and then I don't have to worry about it. So, yeah. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next video.